Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another exciting pickup journey here on What's in My Room. And today I'm actually in our living room doing these. So normally I have all these stacks and boxes behind me that are my movies. To my right here is actually my fiance's collection, or at least some of her collection. But I'm here to show you pickups that I've gotten recently. So this is the original box set that carries King Kong, the 2-disc Steelbook edition, Son of Kong, and Mighty Kong. It came just like this. It didn't have any backing. It had this plastic piece right here that kind of lifts off, and then you just take the films from it, and so on and so forth. And I actually didn't pick mine up in this box set. So when I saw that a friend of mine had it this way, I told him that I would take it, and I'm glad that it was in the original box that it came in. So glad to have that on board. The 2-disc edition steelbook of King Kong looks like this, and it's got all kinds of stuff in it. It's actually rather a thick-looking DVD set. If you haven't seen it, it's definitely worth its effort in extras. I think these are postcards of some sort. So that's kind of cool. And then, yeah, I believe that this was on the outside of the thing. And then this shows Crowman's Chinese Theater. Some kind of booklet here. Not sure if you can see it. It says it's the picture that staggers the imagination. So it's got some information here on the movie itself, and some pictures and all that jazz. So that's kind of cool. Gonna put this back in here. And I definitely have more to show. Just gotta put this back together. Alrighty. Got that back together. Okay. Next, I have a Kino Lorber copy of Bad Company. This has Ellen Barkin, Lawrence Fishburne, and Frank Langella. Gonna check that out eventually. Next, this is my first time owning a copy of Boys in the Hood. I know this is a classic to some people. This is a film written and directed by John Singleton. Gonna check this film out eventually. It's got good old Ice Cube, Cuba Gooding Jr., Morris Chestnut, and young Lawrence Fishburne. So Definitely going to check that out when I get a chance. Okay, a film called Bully, which I guess is directed by Larry Clark. I guess this is the director of this movie was the director of Kids, which I've heard was also an emotional movie. Next, I have Takashi Miike's Gozu. Didn't have this yet. Gonna check this out eventually once I get a chance. Next, I have a movie called Hellbent. This is a Vinegar Syndrome release. It's got Blu-ray and DVD, and it's directed by Richard Casey. And I guess Richard Casey was also the director of Horror House on Highway 5. Next, I have a double feature from Shout Factory, which is brand new. It's got Tim Brown in I Escaped from Devil's Island with Christopher George and The Final Option. One directed by Richard L. Adams, or actually directed by William Whitney. And the other one is directed by Ian Sharp. So, looking forward to checking those two out eventually once I get a chance here. Next, I have a film that is called I Stand Alone. This one's on DVD. This is from Strand Releasing. And it's a film directed by Gaspar Noé. This says, plagued by racist, misogynist thoughts and a hair-triggered temper, a middle-aged ex-con, former butcher, tries to find a job, borrow money, and retrieve his daughter from an institution. If you saw this man walking towards you, you'd cross the street. Director Gaspar Noé decides instead to take a walk inside his brain. So, there we go with I Stand Alone. Might check that out eventually. Next, I have a film called Lucky. Looks like it's a horror comedy of some sort. Looks like it's directed by Steve Cuden or Cuban. Looks like Cuden or Cutton. This is a 2004 film put out by Red Rum Pictures. Looks like it's a cartoon writer, a talking dog, and a yard full of evil. And a yard full of bodies. Film called Lucky. Starring Michael Emanuel and Piper Cochran. Should be entertaining. Next, I have a Criterion release, I believe, called Man Bites Dog. Haven't seen it yet. Plan to. Next, I have Meat Market from Sub Rosa Cinema, SRS. The Blu-ray copy of the first Meat Market, which this came with a poster. And that has a commentary track from 2019. It's the uncut movie. It has the original VHS warning on it. So I've actually yet to actually watch the movie. So I'm looking forward to checking that out. I actually have these already, I think, except for one. I don't think I have the Munsters family portrait. So this is the 3 Munster Laugh Pack. This has Munster Go Home and the Munsters Revenge. I believe I have those two, but I did not have the Munsters family portrait. So glad to have that again. Next, I have the Synapse limited release of Popcorn. It is a steelbook release. Evidently, there were only 3,000 limited edition copies of this out there, of this particular copy. So, gonna eventually check that movie out. Next, I have. This is a VCI Blu-ray. VCI Entertainment Blu-ray DVD of the movie Ruby. So, looking forward to checking this film out eventually when I get a chance. Next, I remember this film being on the Sci-Fi Channel for a little bit. And it came out on Magnet releasing it. Won 6 Screamfest awards for Best Picture. That's for sure, but it's called Splinter. A young couple retreats to the wilderness for a romantic camping weekend, but the trip quickly spirals into a nightmare when they are carjacked by an escaped convict and his girlfriend. Thrown together by chance, no one can imagine the terrifying horror that awaits the two couples at a remote and isolated gas station. So yeah, definitely somewhat exciting. Next, I have another double feature. I actually have these two separate. This seems to be a Joan Crawford double feature. It's got Straight Jacket and Berserk on it. One of them is directed by William Castle, and the reason why I mention him is because there is a film collection that I have on DVD that was eventually split up into several different volumes because it went out of print. And Berserk was put out separately on DVD. Now it's together in one on a Mill Creek Entertainment double feature 2-set or double. This is called Double Psycho Biddy Feature. So, looking forward to rechecking those out eventually. Should be entertaining. Next, I have a film called The Accountant. This is directed by Gavin O'Connor, and it stars Ben Affleck, John Barenthal, Anna Kendrick, Jeffrey Tambor, J.K. Simmons, and John Lithgow. Looking forward to checking that out eventually. Next, I have Kino Videos, the restored, authorized edition of The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. I have another copy of this from Kino, so I'm trying to understand what the difference between the two are. But I love this movie. It's got a lot of shadows and stuff like that. Next, I have a independent horror movie called The Janitor. This was put out by Elite Entertainment. And I guess the filmmakers are Andy Signor and T.J. Nordecker. It says an epic of custodial proportions. The Janitor. Next, I have The Munsters' Scary Little Christmas, which this is a different movie of the Munsters. It involves different people. It was directed by Ian Ems, so I'm curious as to how it plays. Next, I have from Intervision, The Secret Life of Jeffrey Dahmer. And this is directed by David R. Bowen, starring Carl Crew from Blood Diner. So, looking forward to checking that out eventually. Next, I have finally acquired the copy of The Stand that I originally wanted for many years. And then Tammy found me the trilogy of the Golden Years, the Langoliers, and The Stand all in one. But this is the one. This is the copy that I originally wanted. So I have it now. And I now have a steelbook edition of They Live. So it's technically an upgrade. I'm going to check it out eventually once I get a chance here. And that is all that I stuck in this box at the moment. And originally, that's not what was all in this box. I've been kind of rearranging the boxes as they come. So hopefully you enjoyed what I just showed you. I had a blast sharing these with you. I'm going to save some more for another time. And I'll see you all back here on What's in My Room. Hopefully you'll let me know down in the comments what you thought of these pickups and whatnot, whether you have them in your collection. And I'll catch y'all later here on What's in My Room. You all have a great day now. Thank you so much, and enjoy the rest of your evenings and mornings wherever you are. Thank you so much.